A parliamentarian in Ireland has warned of the possibility of significant conflict between migrants and Irish citizens. Significant conflict between migrants and citizens in Ireland is now a future possibility, one MP in the country has warned. Ireland's progressivism-obsessed government has taken in tens of thousands of migrants supposedly from Ukraine and beyond this year, with officials now planning to spend over €1 billion on migrants in the country this year, over 1% of the country's tax haul in 2021. According to a report by the Irish Independent, Patricia Ryan, a parliamentary politician for the left-wing nationalist Sinn Féin party, wrote to over 500 homes in her constituency's county warning that the government's move to house migrants in the area before developing social housing for locals had the potential of drumming up serious tensions. The decision to construct modular homes for supposedly Ukrainian arrivals in the area, which was reportedly done with little to no consultation with locals, mirrors previous examples where the Irish government busing in large numbers of foreign migrants to a location regardless of whether citizens in the area were happy with the move or not. There is a concern that growing levels of homelessness and pending evictions in the areas where the modular units are being proposed could generate conflict, Ryan said, in particular warning about how government action could further boost Ireland's so-called far right. If this process is not managed right and the views of locally based representatives are not listened to, the potential for significant conflict with host communities is significant, which in turn could be exploited by small far-right elements, the Sinn Féin TD went on to say. Ryan's warning comes amid further public outrage over the ultra-progressive migration platform pushed through by ruling politicians in the country, who have let in tens of thousands of ostensibly Ukrainian refugees this year after promising to look after a limitless number of refugees from the region. Such a promise appears to have resulted in a migrant surge of unprecedented proportion, with Ireland, despite being one of the furthest EU member states from Ukraine, now ranking third highest in the bloc in regards to the number of migrants brought in per capita. The number of non-Ukrainian migrants claiming asylum in the country has also risen to nearly 3 times last year's level. While politicians found it easy enough to promise to take in the migrants, actually looking after them has been another matter entirely, with refugee infrastructure in the small European country having now all but crumbled under the weight of the new arrivals. Ultimately, Ireland's authorities are now planning on spending over €1 billion on migrants this year, at a time when those already in the country are suffering from a chronic lack of available housing, as well as a cost of living and energy crisis. As demand for housing and rents increase, the government sends out search parties for more migrants, Irish Freedom Party President Herman Kelly previously told Breitbart Europe, denouncing the planned expenditure as outrageous. "It's wrong-headed madness," he continued. "Ireland is full and we simply have nowhere to put these people.